Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 15th of August 2025. So Bitcoin and bullion dumped as hot PPI prompts plunge in bonds, crypto carnage, bond bloodbath, but stocks managed to make new all-time highs. What a surprise. US stocks indices finished mostly flat with price action choppy after hot PPI data. Of course, that puts a different perspective now on whether the Fed cuts or not. You can see there that Fed September rate cut bets were slightly trimmed after headline core PPI metrics markedly surpassed both the consensus and forecast range on all fronts. It really is a bit of a show, isn't it? It really is. Dollar and yields rise on hot US PPI. So again, will rates be cut or not now? So the narrative soon changes, doesn't it? So let's have a look at these hot numbers. 130 core PPI month on month rose from the forecast of 0.2 to 0.9, and the same with the month on month as well. So a hot number if it is to be believed. The problem is you can't believe it a lot these days. That's the problem. And today, what have we got? I suppose the main news event really is going to be Trump meeting Putin and Zelensky, which is probably going to happen in the early hours, I would have thought, of tomorrow morning. So the market will be making its own decisions. We've got more we've got retail sales, the month-on-month retail sales, manufacturing, and consumer sentiment and inflation expectations as well. So here are the forecasts for those numbers. Let's see how they turn up as well. But I think the focus is going to be on the meeting between Trump, Zelensky, and Putin. So let's have a look at these new all-time highs. They just seem to be gathering pace. The insanity continues. And welcome to the next episode of The Twilight Zone. Let's have a look at these and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we've traded straight through the 45,135 level, which was the all-time high, which now you can see has been superseded overnight. Just draw that one in so we can remove the old one. So the new all-time high now is currently 45,247. We could end up being 50,000 by Christmas. 30-minute chart, so you can see we're already above yesterday's high, which the markets hadn't quite got through the all-time high, yesterday's high. So overnight price is now trading at a new all-time high. Yesterday the PPI numbers saw the market move sharply lower. We just had a retracement. The cash market opened and off we go. So now on the back of the meeting with the Three Musketeers today or later tonight, you can see the market is using this to move to the upside. The prospect there's going to be a peace deal, which there isn't going to be, but it all looks good on paper, doesn't it? In the German DAX, the all-time high still at 24,644, but you can see there we're already heading there. It won't take a lot to get through this level. Played catch-up, as I mentioned earlier on in the week, which it is breaking out of this sideways move there as well. So we've just got to take out this high and then the all-time high. In the 30-minute chart, you can see from yesterday morning we were down initially, and then it was just a one-way bet apart from the PPI numbers that came out a bit hotter, as it said in the headlines. But then that got discounted, and there we go, and we're above yesterday's high already, heading to the all-time high for this market, which wouldn't take an awful lot to get to that level at all. And in the S&P 500, well, you've guessed it, another all-time high. The market showing this here, 30-minute chart, PPI numbers, shake out the week longs, take up the positions, bring the market back up, and then overnight there's no selling around, still positive news in the media, market moving to the high of yesterday and making a new all-time high overnight. And coincidentally, yes, Rachel from accounts will be thrilled, as we see there the new all-time high in the UK FT 100 as well. So again, no stopping these markets at the moment. They use the PPI to pull back, shake out, and then take the market to the upside there. Let's have a look at the US dollar, which spiked higher. So in the US dollar, yesterday the market up as you'd expect, because obviously the attention from the September rate cut is sort of taken off the table temporarily. It'll only be a temporary thing, but it's useful to actually put a bit of positive spin on the US dollar, which moved higher. But you can see that one economic news item isn't going to change the rate cut in September. That's for sure. And you can see they're coming back down overnight at the moment. So the knock on to the metals, well, silver down yesterday, still struggling with this 38.50 level, but sideways to higher overnight. Market sitting at the 20 bar moving average, but we have got a decline in momentum at the moment. Today's Friday. Market likes to smash the price of silver on a Friday, Smackdown Friday as we call it here. And let's see if that's the case from 1:30. Also note that we've got this the resistance here at 38.72 in order to take out, and that came about yesterday. We look at the 30-minute charts, you'll see that didn't last long, and then it was down all day apart from a few blips. You can see the PPI numbers there, good excuse to slam the price, the same they did with gold as well. If we have a look at this, you'll see we're getting into a bit of a tight trading range now for gold in the daily chart. Still positive, but you can see there we need a crossover in momentum to move the market back to the upside. And there you can see, like silver, the market down most of the day and also during the PPI numbers, but in Asia the market trying to move back and try and stay above the DP there at the moment, which let's see if it does, given that the US dollar is also showing some weakness overnight there. So we'll look at the gold-silver ratio, and no surprise really to see this moving up yesterday. It's been moving down very nicely, but of course you always get the next dead cat bounce, and that is what we saw there yesterday. Right, let's have a quick look at the market for yesterday in the German DAX 2-minute chart. And the market piling on the points in the pre-market session and then continuing in the cash market as well, which you can see there. So a continuation of what was already started in the pre-market. We've got a potential sell signal there, but the market didn't fill it. It was cancelled before it was filled. The averages are all pointing to the upside there. We get up to the R1 and then we get the market closing back below the 20 bar moving average there, and then prices do move back down to the high, just below the high, and then you see the buying coming in just there. I've got the green bar, and then prices throwing in another one there. Just double check, let's just make sure we can shake out just below the low, take out those any that start to buy here. Market closes back above the 5 bar moving average and then makes its way through all of the others. The average is then moving also in tandem and showing the momentum to the upside. Market then treads water till we get to this vertical red line, as you'll see the PPI numbers being released and a sharp drop to the downside down to the 200 MA. See the green coming in there just to the shorts taking the profits, and the 200 MA just holding there as prices then wait for the US Open. Again, the shakeout and then moving back to the upside, but not for long, as prices run into trouble at the R2, become sideways for a bit, and then manage to break through this and continue to move higher. Again, you've got that solitary red bar there as well, which stops the up move, and then prices trading sideways to lower there as they try and buy back in at this level as well. But of course they just slam the market down through to the R2 into the 430 close there. So we'll look, see where we are overnight and the market. Again, what a surprise. There's the high. Keep the market moving above the high. Keep making the new all-time highs because it looks good and looks like everything is fine and dandy in the financial world, with which it's not, hasn't been for a long time. But it doesn't matter, as I keep saying to you, unless there's a major credit event, these markets are going to continue to move to the upside. We get through September, we're then into the realms of the Santa rally up until Christmas. So 50,000 for the Dow doesn't look so mad when you actually see the seasonal patterns of what they're doing and normally do. So, like I say, the wars, COVID, all the rest of it hasn't stopped the markets from going up. They can print whatever they want. They've got a lot of leeway with interest rates by being able to move them down. They can go back to zero if they wish, and at the moment they're at 4%, 4.25 or something. They can do an awful lot to keep these markets buoyant and in the twilight zone. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.